Hi, this is Water and Air 1111. Thank you for watching another video of mine. Thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel and to my videos and purchasing personal readings from me. Today is the last day to get 20% off of all of my readings, all of my recorded readings, and if you just need a quick card reading, like 3 cards or so, you can find me on my Instant Go page, which is also linked in the description. I'm working on figuring out the specific time for the live reading, but I'm thinking it's going to be Saturday or Sunday, but I'll let you know as soon as the time is determined. And I think those are all the announcement things I had. So this reading is going to be on the full moon, which is going to start us off into March 1. So the full moon, we need to be releasing things. The last couple of weeks since Valentine's Day have had a lot of, even a little before Valentine's Day, there have been a lot of triggers and anxiety and doubts coming up. But I want to use this reading to kind of focus on those triggers so we can know why something is being triggered. And as an alternative, focus on the things that we need to be releasing, that we need to be letting go. The anxiety, the fear, the doubts, the negative thoughts that we need to be releasing with this full moon energy as well. So what I'm going to do is shuffle for 4 cards, and I'll identify whether it's a trigger that we need to use to help us grow, or a something that needs to be released and just let off into the past, basically. And I think I explained it a bit more in my Divine Masculine version of this reading, but my whole idea on triggers is that things do trigger us so we can grow, but we have to make sure that as we continually experience negative or less than positive situations, that they don't all result in us triggering to a point where we shut down. Something can trigger us and we can acknowledge and say, okay, I don't like this is triggering me, but then you have to take the lesson from the situation so that each time going forward it triggers you less, so that you don't go to an extreme when you experience something that's negative or bad. And this is in general, it doesn't even have to be specific to the twin flame journey. Just in life, you don't want things to happen where you like shut down or can't process things. Yeah, that happens sometimes, but overall we want to be able to like function in a way where we experience something negative, we process, we say okay, we ground our energy, and then we process it and move on and take the lesson from the situation out of it and don't become rooted within the trigger itself. So I hope that made sense. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using my Crystal Visions Tarot deck, and then I'm also going to be using my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck to clarify. And then also my Lenormand deck, and then I think at the end I'll use these again, the Angel Tarot cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And actually, before we get started, I'm just going to put my phone on the charger, and I'm going to try and keep time so I don't have any more really long readings rather. Okay, so we are good to go. Okay, so let's see what the Divine Feminine Collective, what is being triggered, what is triggering the Divine Feminine Collective, and what is being brought up so that it can be released within the moon. What's being brought up as triggers and what is being brought up to be released for the Divine Feminine Collective. What's being brought up to be a trigger so we can learn and grow, and what is being brought up so we can finally release the energy, the action, the thought. So let's get 4 cards for the Divine Feminine Collective. What is being triggered to grow and what is being brought up to be released with this full moon. 3 more cards for the Divine Feminine Collective. Okay, bottom of the deck is 9 of Pentacles, and I feel like this has been coming up frequently for the Divine Feminine. The need to be singular, the need to be focusing on yourself, focusing on manifesting your abundance, working on your career, on your finances, making your 3D reality comfortable and stable and successful in your own life, separate from your Divine Masculine. Okay, so I'm just going to go over all 4 cards first, and then we'll go back and go in more in depth. So the first card we have is the Fool. Now, I feel like this is a trigger for the Divine Feminine. I feel like you're being asked to step in faith, to step in, however you're being guided by the universe, to take a chance, to take a leap and do something new, do something different. Go where you're guided to, even if it's, walking off into a completely new arena where you don't know what's going to happen. And I feel like some Divine Feminine are a bit hesitant, and it can be scary, but some Divine Feminine may be a bit hesitant because you see in the Fool card, she's walking forward, but she's looking back. We have to not look back when we're being guided by the universe. We just look forward, straight ahead, and we don't need to look down either because we know that the universe is supporting us. The next card we got was the 2 of Cups. So with this, I feel like this is something to be released, actually. I don't feel like this is a trigger. I feel like there's a need for the Divine Feminine to release control issues regarding the 2 of Cups, to release ideals and ideas about how the 2 of Cups reunion is going to happen with their Divine Feminine, about what their Divine Masculine is going to look like when they return, about everything about the situation, really. We have to kind of release this on our to-do list. And sorry, my phone just kind of stopped charging. Okay. Sorry about that. But the next card we have is the King of Wands reverse. Now this, I do feel like is I feel like this is, King of Wands reverse is someone who is like, it's almost like flighty with their passion. Here one day, gone the next. A bit of a ladies' man, a bit like not organized, not focused energy. This is something we need to release. If there's something that's been distracting you, something been keeping you off track from where you're supposed to be going, then that's something that needs to be released. It's not really benefiting you. And then the last card we got is the 7 of Wands in reverse. So 7 of Wands is about feeling unconfident, kind of giving into the will of others, not standing up for yourself. This is definitely something to be released as well, Divine Feminine. If there's someone or something that is making you feel less confident about yourself, then you need to remove that. It can be a friend, it can be a family member, it can be music, it can be a Facebook group you're part of, it can be a YouTube channel that you watch. If it's making you feel less confident, less sure of yourself, or someone's making you feel like you can't stand up for yourself and express yourself, then that person, that thing needs to be released. Because what is it actually benefiting you? It's like you don't feel better not expressing yourself, so what's the harm in doing it? Self-expression has been something that I've struggled with but the more you do it, the easier it gets, honestly. It's like if I feel self-conscious expressing myself and then I don't express myself, I'm like, oh, I should have done that. But then if you just, what's the harm in just doing it, you know? If you actually express yourself, you're still going to get pushed back either way. So let's go back to the first part. So the Fool, this is a trigger that's supposed to be for us to grow. We're being triggered and being shown guidance saying you need to walk off the cliff and do this. You need to pack up and move. You need to change your job. You need to start doing this. You need to stop doing that. And we're being tested, or not really tested, but we're just being guided by the universe to do these things. And it's to trigger us to grow, because this is the beginning of the major arcana. And it's like the beginning of any great journey, you have to take a chance. You're going to feel some type of uncertainty, so we have to go with that uncertainty, let it kind of drive us forward almost. So now I'm going to use the Rider-Waite deck, and I'm going to get a clarifier for the Fool. So what is this Fool about as a trigger for the Divine Feminine Collective? Okay, so we have 3 cards. Okay. So remember, this is a trigger for the Divine Feminine. The trigger is to follow the guidance off the cliff to wherever the universe is leading us, to not being afraid, not looking back in the past. Okay, so the first clarifying card is the King of Cups. The second is the Four of Cups. And the last is the Magician. Okay, so what this is telling me is that Divine Feminine, if you're feeling unsatisfied with where you are now, why are you letting something stopping you from changing your situation, from taking a chance? You have to, if you're so dissatisfied with where you are now, if you're dissatisfied with something, then why not follow your intuition to where it's guiding you? When you feel that nudge to do something, knowing that you aren't satisfied with a certain area of your life that it would fix, that it would kind of remedy at least, what's stopping you from really going? You're looking back, it's like you're looking back literally at your situation which you feel unsatisfied with, and that's stopping you. You need to really follow your intuition. You need to follow your inner guidance and be strong and be able to take action. Embrace the masculine energy within your emotions. So embrace your emotions, but then allow it to lead you forward. Allow it to let you take actions, which would be this Fool card, because that's how you're going to manifest this new reality, the new life that you want. So you're not feeling this Four of Cups unsatisfied. Now, the bottom of the deck for that is the Five of Wands, so you may have to get out of your own way in order to do this. The trigger is dealing with your ego. Your ego is telling you, oh no, like if you're supposed to be guided to a new job, your ego is saying, no, I don't really want to do that, because then I'd have to do this, this, and this. But then it's like, well, are you unsatisfied? Are you being guided by the universe to go somewhere? Because there you can have more opportunities. Okay, follow the guidance. And I'll get a Lenormand card to just see if there's anything else. What else is this Fool about as a trigger for the Divine Feminine Collective? Okay, so we have wealth and abundance. So again, I gave the career job example, but it could be for any success. It's going to come by following the guidance from the universe. The things that you're wishing about, the things you're unsatisfied for, the things you want to be different, those are going to be addressed by following your guidance. And also your divine masculine. So you may be guided to do certain things with your divine masculine. Some people may even be guided to reach out to their divine masculine or to retreat from their divine masculine. If that's where you're being guided, don't worry and think that your divine masculine is not going to be there. Your divine masculine's already there. Your divine masculine's already with you. So kind of like get out of your ego and allow yourself to really open the pathway, open the doorway to your own life or what you can really be experiencing. So let's go on to the next card. So we have the Two of Cups. And I feel like this is something to be released. So along with how some divine feminine are not taking a chance and going and doing what their purpose is because they're maybe waiting on their divine masculine, I feel like some divine feminine are needing to release this Two of Cups idea in their mind. Not that you won't have it, but that it's like there's a time and a place for everything. Right now, it's about personal development. And of course, this is a general reading, so if this is for you, if you've already been thinking about this, then it's for you. But there may be a need for some divine feminine to just release the twin flame union a little bit in order for them to be able to pursue the other things that they're being guided and being told that they need to be doing. Not that it's a distraction to think about your divine masculine, but just that you have to lessen your focus on it. So we have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, like I was saying, some divine feminine, you may be feeling like you can't move forward without your divine masculine, but you can. You have to release this idea that you have to wait to do something. The Tower. So yeah, the universe is guiding you, telling you that no, this Two of Cups waiting game you're playing, it's not going to work. You need to release that. Three of Wands. You need to go after and wait for your own ships to come in. It's like go after your own journey right now. That's what it's about. And Three of Wands also has to do with business partnerships, so it definitely could be related to some career or hobby or something that you're being guided to work on. Bottom of the deck is the Star. It's like you have to focus on your own dreams and own healing and own priorities right now. That is the most important thing for you. And just as a side note, I'm not telling you to release your divine masculine. Yeah, I mean, you can try doing that if you want, but it's not going to work. I tried that earlier in my journey, cutting cords, and yeah, it didn't do anything because we're twins. If you're a true twin flame, then you cutting the cord with your divine masculine, I mean, it's not going to do anything. You'll just get more frustrated. So I'm definitely not saying that. Just take back some of your energy, refocus it onto you. And you shifting the energy is not going to do anything to the connection because you are one. So let's get a clarification cards for this Two of Cups. What did I say? Yep, the Sky and the Compass. We're needing to cut out some of this Two of Cups focus and go in a new direction. Now, bottom of the deck is the Ring. So, like I said, we're not completely cutting out this connection to our divine masculine, but it's about refocusing, shifting the compass back onto ourselves. Okay, so the next card that we had is the King of Wands reversed. And so I think this is I feel like this is a trigger slash releasing. We need to release any distractions that may be in our lives. We need to release anything that may be maybe making us less dedicated to our own journey, that may be making us a bit distracted. So this kind of goes along with the Two of Cups, with the Two of Cups being a release for me. And it can be a trigger if there is a King of Wands person, King of Wands reversed person in your life that you're dealing with, who is like challenging you, who is emotions all over the place, who is distracted, who's a bit careless, who is a bit frivolous, especially if it's an actual masculine energy that's coming to kind of to try and woo you or something, then it can definitely be a trigger for you. But I feel for the most part, this is something about releasing. We're wanting to release any like careless, passionate behavior, something that makes us here 1 minute and gone the next. We want to I just really feel it's about self-dedication to your own journey, to your own causes. We want to be this King of Wands upright, who has direction, who is clear, who is focused, who is strong, who has boundaries. We don't want to be the opposite, where we're all over the place, where we are influenced by others in a way where we can't protect our own interest, is what I'm getting. So let's get a clarification card in the Rider-Waite for this. So what is this King of Wands reversed about for the Divine Feminine Collective as a something that needs to be released? 9 of Wands. So we don't need to let our feeling of being tired of the journey and tired of our divine masculine and just tired of everything. We don't need to let that tiredness make us unfocused, to make us careless, to make us in a way where we can't focus our energy in a positive way. We can't let the tiredness completely drain us down. Bottom of the deck is the Moon. So again, we need to be following our intuition. We don't need to be so tired that we kind of sit and stay and stagnate. We need to continue to follow our intuition and let that guide our energy. Focus our energy. So we can be like this instead of unfocused. Here 1 day and gone the next. So what else is this King of Wands reversed about? That is a lot of cards. Okay, so we have the Tower. Okay, so with the Tower, it's like we don't need to get distracted, I feel like, we don't need to be distracted by other people, by other things in our lives because we're so tired and it's making us want to sit still. We don't need to let our tiredness of our energy unfocus us in such a way and that we kind of go back into the 3D matrix. We don't want to be so tired of the twin flame journey, so tired of our personal spiritual journey that we just kind of get flustered and don't know what to do anymore. And then we settle back into these organizations and institutions in our lives that are not really for us. We don't want to get back on the hamster wheel. We want to get off the hamster wheel. So we have to make sure that even though we're feeling tired and hard done by, we still have to continue to follow our intuition, to allow that to keep us focused. Focus on what we need to be on, and so we're not going back into the same situations we were in before. So the last card is the Seven of Wands reverse. So Seven of Wands reverse, so we're needing to release the unconfidence that we may have in ourselves, the self-doubt. We need to release our allowance of others to kind of put their opinions on us and let that define us. Whether good or bad, we define ourselves. But especially if it's bad, we don't need to let other people overtake us in that way. We have to be able to stand our ground, to speak our own truth for ourselves. And before I start shuffling, you'll see that the Empress is the bottom of the deck. We need to embrace our feminine qualities, our intuition, our emotions, and allow that to ground us instead of allowing other people's opinions to like wash us away like the ocean and carry us away to somewhere else where we don't want to be. Okay, so let's get a clarifying card of the Seven of Wands reversed as the thing we want to release from the Divine Collective, Divine Feminine Collective. Yep, Ten of Wands. We need to release the burdens that we've been trying to uphold. We need to release the opinions of others that we've been trying to uphold. We don't need to say, okay, your thoughts on my situation is what matter. We don't need to be feeling unconfident. We need to let these wands that we've been holding up that aren't even ours, that are other people's thoughts and opinions that may or may not be relevant to us, we have to let those go. We have to release it. And again, bottom of the deck is the Empress. We've got to stand firm in our divine feminine energy and say, I am the creator. I hold my own future. And I'm just getting strong, like, birthing feelings right now. Like, I birth my own reality, not you. It's my opinions that I'm birthing and that are true for me and that ground me and that are real, not someone else's. So we got to release the burdens we've been holding up, these expectations and thoughts of others that we've been valuing over our own. We're releasing those. Yeah, and we've been trying to... This is the Polar Bear, so it's about perseverance. But I feel like with this Seven of Wands reverse and this Ten of Wands, it's like we've been trying to just push through everyone's... We've just been like keeping our head down and accepting and pushing through everyone else's BS. But we got to stop that. We need to take a look and say, no, that's not really, that doesn't resonate with me. That doesn't resonate with me as a divine feminine. And remember, the bottom of the deck for the main cards is Nine of Pentacles. So it's about us standing on our own comfortable and safe and secure in ourselves and being able to do our own things. And part of being able to do our own thing, standing on our own 2 feet, is saying, my opinion matters more than yours. Period. Whether you like it or not, I've got to do my thing. If I'm being guided to do this, then I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to end this reading by getting a Angel Tarot card for the Divine Feminine Collective. Okay, so let's get a card based on the manifestation, or not the manifestations, about the things that are being released and triggered for the Divine Feminine Collective. Okay. Knight of Earth, Knight of Pentacles. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments, a guardian angel. It's time now to put in the work for your own self, Divine Feminine. Definitely could be related to jobs and careers, but it's time to buckle down and get things done. Get back on track. Work towards your goals. Know that you're going to get there. Two of Fire, you've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. Like I said, continue to move forward. Continue to listen to your guidance from the universe. Take the Fool's journey. You know, if you're being guided to detach from your twin flame, do it. Continue to move forward. Don't stagnate. Don't feel tired and overwhelmed and get stuck and unfocused and go back into the past structures that you were a part of that weren't benefiting you. Don't get locked into, don't be tired by other people's opinions that you don't move forward. Continue to move forward. Bottom of the deck is Five of Earth. Help, fear surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. And I feel like with this uncertain self-employment, it's about like uncertain new beginnings with this Fool card. Be willing to take that chance. If you're being guided to do something, don't just dismiss it. You're feeling this way for a reason. And if you are being guided to take help from others, definitely do that. Excuse me. So that is the reading, Divine Feminine. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. Definitely let me know in the comments. If you're interested in a reading, then you can go to my booking site, which is in the description, and it's 20% off for the rest of February. Hopefully I get this posted soon, so if you want to take advantage of that, you can. I may extend it if it doesn't get posted up until after midnight. Yeah, and if you're interested in a quick tarot reading, 3 cards, then you can find me on Instant Go. I'll let you know about the live stream, and yeah, I'm really interested to hear what you guys are thinking with this new moon. Sorry, I keep saying new moon. Full moon energy. It's really a great way to start our March. March 1, release what you need to release. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.